What is going on, you guys? My name is Rage and we are back today with an event breakdown video on how to unlock Red Hulk through the different levels and difficulties, as well as what needed team levels are going to be recommended. What I've done, guys, is I know this question does get asked quite a bit. You know, what is the most efficient way to unlock Red Hulk? Is there a way to unlock him immediately? And as well, if there's other strategies around that if you're not able to progress through the event. And fortunately, guys, I will say, even without us getting started here, that with these events, they've been actually really friendly for those of you that are even newer to the game and transitioning to mid-game, or actually in the mid-game when you're attempting this, because one of the beautiful things about these Scourge events is that even by participating, you already immediately get shards following the conclusion of the event. So in case you guys are confused about the difficulty levels, Scourges, and so forth, I am going to break that down for each recommendation with a spreadsheet here. But before we dive in, I just want to quickly show you guys the rewards here. And even at the very end here, you can click on the ranking, and if you scroll to the very bottom, by just simply participating in this event, even if you rank the very bottom, the 81 to 100%, bare minimum, we're getting shards here as part of the 80 shard unlock. So what does this mean? Well, we know that there's going to be another running of this event before the end of the year in preparation for the Death Scourge and leading to the unlock of Apocalypse. So we know this event's coming back twice. So even by you simply participating, if you just wanted a no stress way to unlock Red Hulk, simply participate, wait for the 40 shards, participate in the next event in a couple months here, and then boom, easiest unlock ever, even if you're not engaged right now. But otherwise, you guys, another opportunity to earn more shards is actually through the next step here, being the Milestones. I've already claimed most of it, but you can generally unlock Red Hulk right away by reaching 500k total team points, or you can actually unlock him with the combination of the conclusion of the event. So that's actually what I wanted to discuss briefly about here. So for context, guys, let's get started. So this is a spreadsheet, as you can see, a summary of all the difficulty levels, the rosters that you need, as well as an estimated team level based on the last two Scourges we've seen, the number of Scourges that are utilized, and the total ending points that you'll need, and ideally the target unlock here. So I'll go through section by section, guys. So for instance, we'll start top down. Difficulty level 4, you don't actually have any requirement for any Asgardians, any Ravagers, or Wave 1 Avengers. And team level, generally, if you're able to just get through and get the 500k points, you know, that can range from anywhere for your team level, but it's ideally somewhere usually about that 200, 300k points for team level across the board. It's going to be diverse across the different trades, right? So just keep that in mind. But also, you need to have most of the Scourges activated, 390 plus, in order to hit the 500k points. So it's also not the one I would recommend, just because generally when you have all the Scourges activated, it can be argued that it's actually harder than the higher difficulty 5 with only 100 Scourges activated. So that leads me to my next line. Any of the ones that are highlighted in green here is what I would recommend if you guys are trying to unlock Red Hulk. So difficulty 5 is the one in green here. As you can see, this is the first time that you'll need Asgardians, Ravagers, or Wave 1. And the team level we've seen success is generally about 400k. It can be lower if you're using RNG and, you know, basing it on luck and multiple attempts and trying to get through it. But you can see, even with this one, it's a significant reduction, only about 100 Scourges activated, and that is easily going to get you to that 500k mark, unlocking Red Hulk at 2 stars. Higher difficulties, you know, you can obviously push higher, but you're going to need higher team levels. So difficulty 6, again, the Asgardians, Ravagers, Wave 1 requirement. You need a higher team level to get through this difficulty. Maybe you can get away with a little lower if you have some RNG, again, the random luck on your end. But no Scourges need to be activated for difficulty 6. And at the end of it, you actually are going to get rewarded at almost 600k points, immediately unlocking Red Hulk and likely getting that 3 stars there. So that really is an overview of the simplest ways. So I recommend difficulty 5, guys, but you do need at least one of those 3 teams to push you through it. Lastly, there's also the 4th way, which is actually going through difficulty 8. Again, you don't actually need the Asgardians or Ravagers or Wave 1, because by setting enough Scourges at that difficulty level, you actually only need to get through the first 4 nodes. And then by doing so, you'll hit that 500k points. Even though the target points is 1.25, you only need to complete the first 4 nodes, and that actually does unlock Red Hulk immediately as well. So those are the different levels, guys, and different difficulties. Just a heads up there. But you know, otherwise, that's pretty much the way to unlock Red Hulk immediately. If you're after the unlock combination, then you can definitely aim for 425k. Because what that's going to do is, here, I'll show you on screen. By hitting 425k, I believe it's going to end up somewhere around that milestone. I believe, I think it's 14 or 15, around that mark. just shy of the last 2 milestones. And then you're going to be able to get the conclusion of the event rewards, and that's going to reward you ultimately with the remaining 40 to unlock. So that's another way to do it too, guys. But otherwise, that's pretty much the best way to unlock him immediately. If you're patient, I would actually encourage you guys just to wait. You don't even need to participate too much, right? Just make sure that you get engaged. Like even with my baby account, I just jumped in just to attack, and then I know I'm going to get the 40 shards at the conclusion anyways. But back to my spreadsheet, guys. I also wanted to quickly discuss about the milestone points. If you want to maximize everything, you would need to actually aim for the 1 million points. And again, I kind of highlighted a few attempts here in terms of the different difficulty levels. If you were interested in actually utilizing another strategy here for maximizing the 1 million points. So as you can see, difficulty 7, difficulty 8 seems to be the best. Because ideally you would need about a 600k team, but they would be better than actually utilizing all the Scourges activated in difficulty 6. So that's why I highlighted them there, because ideally difficulty 7 or difficulty 8 with a 600k team, you should be able to get the job done with 95 Scourges activated on D7, or actually just activating the last Scourge, which is called Stay Down, on difficulty 8, and that still gets you the 1 million. So that's just a quick tips and tricks right there, guys, in terms of unlocking Red Hulk immediately versus the actual full milestone points. So hopefully that's able to give you guys some input there. But otherwise, let me show you on screen now what I meant earlier. If you guys don't have Asgardians or Ravagers or Wave 1, you can actually do it the quick method, right? So it's difficulty 8 here as shown on screen. And then what I'm going to do is just go to the very bottom. It's this last Scourge here. Stay Down adds quite a bit, as you can see, already pushing us over to that 1 million mark. But we need it at 1.25 million. So that way we can actually, calculate it mathematically. You are able to unlock Red Hulk immediately if you're able to complete the first 4 nodes. So hit enter here, and then you can start right away. But you can see these guys are very strong, guys. But again, if you don't have a built-up Wave 1 Ravagers or Asgardians, this will be one way to do it, because you can utilize some of the best characters that you have, like Web Warriors, to get through the first 2 nodes, followed up by Avengers, which could be Bionic Avengers, maybe some of the aspects of Secret Avengers and so forth. And with the conclusion of Mission 4 here, that is actually going to also unlock Red Hulk for you immediately. So that's the other roundabout way if you don't have any of those meta teams required for the Scourge event, guys. But hopefully it gives you guys some tips and tricks right there in terms of what you can do for these next few days. Again, we have time right now, in the next 9 days, 20 hours to invest and go through it. But for sure, I hope this is able to help you guys progress further and ultimately unlocking Red Hulk. And again, no pressure, guys. Even if we can't unlock him right now, we know that there's another one happening later, and it's going to also guarantee us the 40 shards if we participate. So good luck out there, guys. Thank you as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one.